Well, it is Red Tape Reduction Week. The week draws attention to the wasted time and effort spent dealing with regulatory hurdles and headaches set up by governments and regulatory bodies. But today we want to focus on the agriculture industry, and I'm joined now by Pierre Patel from CropLife Canada. Pierre, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So ag industry is super important in our part of the world here. And it's unique in that it's mostly kind of like a self-employment situation, right? Farmers dealing not only with the crop in the field, but the paperwork as well, and the red tape things that farmers are forced to deal with are quite alarming.
Yeah, and it's the farmers themselves, but it's also all the businesses around them. And that's the companies we represent are, the seed technologies and the crop protection products, and all those businesses also have significant regulatory hurdles to overcome before they ever get the products in the hands of those farmers we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, some of this info from the CFIB really something. It's not just jumping through the hoops and whatnot, but it is the waiting, as you said. So many delays on things that farmers need to remain competitive, and that can put them at a disadvantage.
Yeah, so farmers are always they're dealing with climate issues and unpredictable weather, lots of things that are out of their control, trade issues, leaders from other countries that are creating problems. But one thing that is in our control is the regulations that we as Canada puts on ourselves. And it has gotten quite burdensome. And even if you look at how we rank among other OECD countries, we're like 32nd out of 38. So we've got a lot of work to do to improve. And it's sort of incremental. Year after year, we add a bit more. And then we look back and realize we've created this tremendously burdensome system. And the risk to farmers is that we don't attract the innovations and the tools that they need for their success in the future. And that's the risk that we see, is that Canada is not the biggest market. And so we've got to make sure that Canada is at least as good as those big markets when it comes to the regulatory approach to the technologies that our members represent.
Yeah, so you mentioned there's a real incentive there on agencies and governments to get this under control. Added stress and roadblocks can put the future of the industry at risk. So what can be done? Is there enough for these regulatory bodies to kind of get their stuff together and say, oh, maybe we are causing some issues?
Well, I mean, the good thing is that, set aside any political affiliations, the current government, the Carney government, is focused on, economic growth, is focused on reducing regulatory burden, doing more in Canada for Canadians. So we think that the environment is right for some of these changes that we've been asking for quite some time. So each department has its own sets of regulations and legislation. And I think part of it is a culture thing, and it starts from the top. So it's encouraging to see the Prime Minister use the language he's using. Now we just need to see it permeate through the rest of Cabinet and through the departments that they're responsible for, and really let agriculture be the economic powerhouse that it can be for Canada.
Yeah, I think the first step is recognizing that there is a problem, and then hopefully the people in charge can do something about it. Pierre Patel from CropLife Canada, thank you so much for a few minutes this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.